This is T-Double, Austin hip-hop artist, producer, and local advocate. I have a record label, I produce other artists, and I also started an organization called the Urban Artists Alliance, which is designed to help urban artists, hip-hop artists, create more sustainable income through their revenue. I've been performing and recording for at least 20 plus years. One of my first major deals was through Good Vibe Recordings out in LA, which had Jay Dilla, AC Alone, a bunch of hip-hop artists on there. Also won Austin Music Award for Best Hip-Hop and Best Experimental Album. So I've had a pretty good, nice career, and the city of Austin just proclaimed September 30th as T-Double Day. The evolution of hip-hop at South by Southwest. Well, it started years ago. It was more at the Hilton, where it was one room. There was only a few acts on the stage. A couple of rap magazines helped sponsor it, and then as it's grown, I think other companies are starting to see the value in Austin as far as, 300,000 plus people coming here, and that's a good way to expose your talent. And so newer artists are realizing they need to come where the action is. So I think by the notoriety of the conference, it's making more younger artists want to come here and expose their talent, perform on street corners, perform in any venue they have, even unofficial shows, put together their own showcases, and really be a part of the mix here. When a lot of people think of Texas and hip-hop, they think of Houston. So a lot of people don't really think of Austin as being like the mecca of hip-hop as far as you promoting your records. But the day I woke up and saw that, Jay-Z was going to be performing on the side of a building in Austin, I was like, we've arrived. Now it's all about sustaining that and keeping it going and not just making it a trend for a few years and then they move on to the next city and the next thing. So it's all about sustaining that interest with hip-hop here in Austin. And I think that comes back to the local scene. As long as the local scene is working, putting out albums, doing shows and things like that, the major industry will still see that there's a need and a want here. I think what's next for hip-hop is it's like a cycle. It's all gonna cycle back around to like early hip-hop with raw beats, intellectual lyrics, kind of like a Tribe Called Quest, Native Tongues, that whole area, which Talib Kweli and even Kendrick Lamar are kind of that new face. So hip-hop is going to go back to being, the raw art form that we all once loved. B-boying, graffiti, and all that's going to come back with it as well. And it's going to be back to artists putting out their own music, establishing their own brands, and not really relying on major labels anymore. Because with the internet, the playing field is really leveled now, where you can put a record out, you can record it in your bedroom, put it out that same night, and start making revenue from it the next morning. So artists are being more self-sustained now. That's where it's going. That's where it's going to be for a long time, unless the labels decide to kind of play ball with us now. I would say if a younger artist came to me and wanted some advice on their career, I would definitely tell them to start by getting some publishing, sign up with one of the PROs, ASCAP, BMI, or CSAC. That way they can own their music for the long term if somebody wants to license it or it gets on TV or radio. And practice. Get better at your craft, because once you're better at your craft, then you can get better show bookings, you get better opportunities as far as recording with labels and things like that. What everybody, this is T-Double, the hometown kid, and you're watching Blastro.
Remember, you're that hometown kid. I could do it, you can make it, made it from nothing. That's